The compound was silent the morning they buried Mama Adis. Not the silence of peace, but the kind that presses against your chest like a stone. Her children, 3 sons, 2 daughters, stood by the fresh mound of red earth, their faces as dry as the harmattan wind. No tears. No wailing. Just duty. It is finished, said Chaik, the eldest, brushing dirt from his hands. The neighbors who came to pay respect whispered among themselves. Something was not right. Mama Adis had been sick, yes, but she was not so old. 62 is not ancient. And her children, they moved too quickly. The body was in the ground before the sun reached its peak. They did not even wait for her sister from Enugu, one woman muttered. Nor her friends from the prayer group, another added. But the children said the doctor had advised it. The heat, they explained. The body could not wait. And who argues with the bereaved? 4 days later, Sister Ngozi arrived at St. Michael's Catholic Church before dawn to prepare for the Women's Fellowship meeting. She was sweeping the vestibule when she heard it, a sound like wind through dry leaves, but there was no wind. Then she saw her. A woman in a faded wrapper, the same blue and yellow pattern Mama Adis always wore on Sundays, standing near the statue of Our Lady. Sister Ngozi's broom clattered to the floor. Mama Adis. The woman turned. It was her face. Those same tired eyes that had known too much suffering. The same gap between her front teeth. Sister Ngozi screamed. Father Boniface came running, his cassock billowing behind him like black wings. But when he reached the vestibule, there was only Sister Ngozi on her knees, trembling. She was here, Ngozi gasped. Mama Adis. Standing right there. My daughter, Mama Adis is with the Lord. No, Father. I saw her. As clearly as I see you now. That Sunday, 3 more people saw her. Old Papa Okafor saw her sitting in her usual pew during Mass, lips moving in silent prayer. 2 young girls in the choir said she stood beneath the mango tree in the churchyard, watching them with sad eyes. Each time, when someone approached, she vanished like smoke. The whispers grew louder. Something was wrong. The dead do not walk unless they have unfinished business, unless they were sent away too soon, unless they were not actually dead, said Mama Chinyo, the oldest woman in the parish. She had seen many things in her 80 years. The elders gathered. A delegation went to Chaik's house. He met them at the gate, arms crossed. My mother is buried. What is this foolishness about ghosts? Then let us see where she rests, said Papa Okafor. Let us pray at her grave and put these rumors to silence. Chaik's jaw tightened. You insult my family. We insult no one. We seek peace for the living and the dead. They went at night, a small group with lanterns and holy water. Father Boniface led the prayers while 2 young men dug. The earth was still loose, still fresh. They did not have to dig deep. When the coffin was opened, the smell hit them first. Not the smell of death, something else. Chemicals. Preservatives. And inside the coffin, wrapped in white cloth, was not Mama Adis. It was wood. Bags of sand. Cloth stuffed with rags to give the shape of a body. Papa Okafor staggered backward. Abomination. Father Boniface made the sign of the cross, his hands shaking. They found her 3 hours later, in the small room behind Chaik's house that he had told everyone was being repaired. She was alive, barely. Weak and confused, her lips cracked, her body thin as dry seasoned grass. She had been given something, the doctor would later say. Something to slow her breathing, to make her seem dead. And then she had been locked away. Why? Mama Adis whispered when they lifted her onto the mat, giving her water drop by drop. Why did my children do this? The answer came from papers found in Chaik's drawer. Land documents. Sale agreements. Property that could only be transferred after Mama Adis' death. Her own children, tired of waiting for their inheritance, had decided to bury her alive, or what they thought was alive enough to die soon after. Mama Adis recovered slowly in Father Boniface's rectory, cared for by the church women. Her children were arrested, their shame now known in every compound, every market square. On the Sunday she returned to Mass, the church was packed. People came from 3 villages away to see the woman who had been buried and returned. When she walked down the aisle, leaning on Sister Ngozi's arm, the congregation wept. "God sent me back," Mama Adi said simply when asked how she survived. "Through your eyes. Through your willingness to see what was wrong and not look away." And from that day forward, in that village, no one was ever buried too quickly again. Because the people learned, sometimes the dead walk not to haunt us, but to remind us to look closer at what the living do in darkness.